look at this guy.
It's cold.
It's freezing.
Oh my god, it is freezing. My face hurts.
I told you it's cold. This isn't even that cold. When it gets really cold, it'll make you like cry to Jesus.
The first thing that when I first came off the plane and I stepped outside like with my luggage, my face was like in pain, you know? It was that cold, you know? Everybody, this is Paul.
What's up?
I feel like everybody has like either that poker friend or friends, you know, that they
Poker pal,
poker pal,
buddy,
you know, that they came up with, you know, when they first started playing poker, like back when the moneymaker boom was, you know, like that's like this typical story that everybody has, you know. And Paul's like kind of that guy for me. Back like what was that 2003, I think. Was that the year that he won?
Yeah, because I was back when we were in school together. Yeah.
I always tell this story to everybody, by the way. Like I went up to his room and he had like the giant CRT TV, you know, and they were watching the World Series that time. And I remember asking him, like, you know, like, what were you watching, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know the rules back then, you know? Like, I had no idea.
Well, because remember, too, like, it's like, you're watching ESPN.
Right.
Why are there a bunch of guys in sunglasses, like, holding chips, you know? Like it was bizarre back then. Like,
yeah, I didn't know what you guys were watching. Like, I didn't even know about Texas Holdem. I was just fascinated, you know? And I remember asking him, what is this? And then he taught me the rules from there.
Touch you everything you know, actually.
Come on, dude.
Touch you more than the rules.
You taught me how to play, okay? You taught me what the rules of the game were, okay? And then I believe I quickly surpassed you.
All right.
But yeah, so then like we started like setting up home games, you know, and things like that.
Home games like really us playing for like $25 with some friends, but we'd love it so much we'd play for like 7-8 hours.
We'd play all night, dude.
Yeah.
All night, man. Sometimes, you know.
But then we graduated, right? Remember when we started sneaking in to the casinos?
Yes.
Oh my God, playing 1-2.
I think I was like 19 at the time, you know.
Yeah,
and this is also another story I always tell is we were both like underage, and the first place we went to was like the bike actually, and I remember like when we started like they started a new game, you know, we were playing Limit. We started off in Limit.
Yeah.
They started off a new table. We waited at the table. The floor man came over and like. I thought for sure he was gonna check our IDs, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was so nervous. I was like,
but it was
he's definitely gonna check. You look young, you know?
It was such an easy out because if they go, let me see your ID, we would always just take out our wallet, right, and be like, oh, left it in my car. I'll be right back, and then you just leave. Like,
right.
It's that simple. And then you just drive 10 minutes and go to Commerce and try it. You know, there's a million Asian people, so it's like whatever, right? But yeah, those were good times. So we start playing 1-2, no limit. Then you played 2-5, and then you know took off and.
I started just going off by myself. Like I just started
grinding, dude.
I just got completely obsessed with the game.
Yeah.
You know, like I was skipping classes. Like every time you just like, where's Andy? You know.
Dude, he disappeared for like 5 days. He'd come back looking like hell, and it's like, oh, you just like grinded this whole weekend, huh? Okay, gotcha. But I mean, like that's why you are where you are today, right? But so anyway, obviously through all those steps, we become really good friends, and we both are kind of that person that we've always called and spoken about hands with or had to vent to. And by the way, everybody should have some type of poker friend. You want to talk about not going on tilt? You need a friend that you can tilt to and vent to.
You're like the only guy, actually. I just realized you're the only guy after all these years that I ever really talked poker in depth with. If I have like a really bad session, I usually just hold it in. You know, like I don't really vent about it. But you are like one of the only guys that I will still call sometimes. And just to tell you about like a hand or like, you know, because you know me like all these years, like I never liked to do like all the social media stuff. Like you've always asked me to, you know, try it, but I've always turned it down because
you're more of a private person too,
I was an introvert, you know, but like Paul's actually one of the guys that has encouraged me to do this. And you know,
you're welcome, by the way.
No, but he's actually the guy that told me we should do it together, you know. And so we had this idea for the longest time. I think like before the pandemic, we were going to do this.
Remember when we first started talking about it? Yeah.
But then like, you know, I went back to Taiwan and I started just starting it off, you know, on my own first. But yeah, but now that we're here, you know.
The way I looked at it was, look, when you get older, you get wiser. But you also start appreciating things in life. You start appreciating the fact
that... You get angrier.
What?
You get angrier when you get older.
You get angrier when you're older, but you like lose patience, but you gain patience. But you start realizing there's so many moments that have passed by that you wish you captured to look back on.
Right.
Whether it's like, you know, you and me, we taking poker trips, like chilling, hanging out somewhere.
Yeah.
I just think it's a cool thing to capture, and it's a fun thing for people to see, you know?
For sure, for sure.
So a lot of content to come for sure.
Yeah, you guys
down the road.
better get used to this guy because you're going to be seeing a lot more of him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you guys actually don't know about Paul that you guys are going to find out. This guy is a very, very interesting human being. Like, he has a very interesting past, like from like music to like dancing. You guys don't even know, you know?
I'm sure a lot of this will come out eventually, you know?
For sure, for sure.
Many adventures to come though. So what is the one thing that is usually correlated with the Asian culture out here, like in the States?
Be like, what job does my kid do? You know, whether it's like a doctor, whether it's a lawyer, or like.
Well, okay, there's that. Well, yeah, but that's true. It's like you're Asian. Okay, you're definitely a doctor, right? But no. What is the other thing? Well, like, what is like you can find it anywhere, any place.
I don't know. What is it?
Food.
Oh,
Asian cuisine, right? The thing that's unique with Detroit is they don't have some crazy food history, but we went to a lot of really good places, you know, and. Let's start with this. On a scale of 1 to 10, okay? 1 obviously being lowest, 10 highest. Out of all the food places, what would you rate everything?
I would say like a 7. You know,
I would say 8, 7 to 8 is comfortable, you know?
Yeah, like I was pleasantly surprised like how good the food that we've had so far.
Then why did you only want to give it a 7 though?
Because like I feel like there hasn't been enough like Asian food out here that I've had. You know, like, I've been kind of looking for like good Asian food. Like if I want to get like a good like bowl of pho,
you're an Asian food snob. He's an Asian food snob. Okay.
There's only so much like American food I can have. Like you know.
You know what's funny? Okay, he loves pho, right? I cannot stand pho. You put pho in front of me, I'll puke.
God,
okay.
You haven't had good pho yet. It's a problem.
The only thing that's ever been good from that is boba. When you showed me boba, I was like, all right.
I got this guy hooked on boba. We used to work at a boba shop before, and this guy was nonstop.
That's a story for another time, okay? Well, we can tell you about when we worked at a boba shop and wore aprons and freaking boba hats together. This guy was the worst
worker, by the way.
Oh my god.
It's like sipping on a boba while ringing a guy up, you know?
I never did that.
You have the drink next right there on the cashier.
Okay.
You're like, hey, someone's here. Hold on. It's like, hey, what's up, sir?
No, you're talking about when I was drinking Taro and like my teeth were purple. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so we're getting distracted here. Yeah. So first places we went to was the barbecue place. It was the Slows.
Oh, that place was good.
Slows barbecue, dude. That was bomb. That was really good.
I ordered a chicken barbecue. The way it was cooked, it was just like, it was delicious.
I got the sandwich with I think it was pulled pork, and then it had a little bit of coleslaw, pickles. Oh, and you got the
mac and cheese as well.
We both got the baked mac and cheese, and then you got the fries. What kind of the
waffle fries?
Waffle fries, yeah. I'm doing like.
I do not know the name. That's what they serve at the. What's the other place? The fast food place.
No, I know, but I'm trying.
Chick-fil-A, man. Come on.
Dude, I know, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Chick-fil-A. But look at me, like I swear I'm like thinking of how they look. Even the bread on my burger, I remember like doing like it was juicy. Remember, like I was squeezing it.
Are we still describing food here, bro?
So the other place we went to was we had the Detroit style pizza. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was so curious, like, because I know there's like, there's New York pizza, right? Everybody knows about
New York is like the huge circle.
There's Italian pizza, like authentic Italian pizza.
Sure.
When we went to Europe.
Then there's Chicago. Chicago is like the pie version. Yeah. It's like crazy. But then Detroit, right? Pretty much just kind of looks like a square. We went to a place called Buddy's. Buddy's is downtown.
Yeah, that's a famous place out here too.
Yeah, and it was cool. The place was all right. The pizza, I really liked the saucing on it, but the presentation, to be honest, was like...
It tastes better than it looked.
There you go.
I'll be honest.
That's it.
Let's talk about the wing place, man.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So if we go to this place, I think it's called City Wings. They have these famous wings called KO. Which is like
knockout. It stands for knockout, right?
Yeah, and supposedly they're like super spicy wings. When we opened the box to these KO wings, it looked like somebody just dumped a bunch of red powder on it, like legitimately like tripped over, knocked peppers and red powder on it, and then just said, "Cool, let's just make somebody eat this." Like, remember?
Yeah, that thing was coated with hot
sauce. It looked caked.
You know?
It looked straight up caked with like explosives.
I underestimated for sure because like when we ordered them, I remember like we were looking at the guy that was taking our order, and we were asking him, and he was like, most people that don't know about it will try it, and like they just die, you know. Like both of us were kind of scoffing because like I've had like really spicy food, you know, like really spicy like Thai food, but like I had no idea like how spicy this was.
We were super confident, and looking back onto it, it's like, man, that guy knew. That guy knew. Like, these idiots have no clue what they're getting into. I just took a bite, okay? Yeah. This savage goes in and just cleans the bone, right?
They had like these pepper flakes on it, and I just had like a whole mouthful in my mouth. I couldn't even talk. I was just like, Paul, give me water right now, you know? It doesn't hit you too right at first. Like first you take a bite, and then you're like, yeah, this is not bad, you know? I took another bite, and then I was like, oh. Yeah, I started like sweating. The back of my head was all wet.
I go into the line to get some water, right? But then there's a bunch of people in front of us that were like taking a little bit too long. While that was happening, like the spice super kicked in, and I was standing there thinking, am I gonna pass out right now? Like, it just tasted so gross. You just felt like you're eating like gasoline or something.
Every other flavor is like probably delicious, you know? Yeah. But if you do like spicy wings and you want to do the spicy wings, the challenge, yeah, like now you know where to go. We should have done like a prop bet, you know, to see who can eat more in a certain amount of time. You know? Like,
thank God we didn't do that with this, because you know both of us would have pushed it.
Yeah, for sure.
And
for sure.
We would have been out of commission for a while. If you guys don't know, I'm from the Midwest. I'm not specifically from Detroit, but I'm from the Midwest, so a lot of this stuff is more familiar to me than it is to him. So I picked you up from the airport. You have your own impressions of a casino in Detroit, right?
Right.
We're passing by some like, you know, not so super great areas. Then we pull up to the MGM in Detroit. What is your first impression when you just see like everything outside?
I was actually really impressed.
Right.
You've been telling me about this for years to come out here, you know, to visit.
Yeah.
When you told me about these casinos out here that you play at sometimes, I'm always like, man, it's probably just like some dumpy, like, you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, obviously I knew we were staying at the MGM and stuff, but I just didn't expect it to be like as nice.
Yeah.
Like, I was pretty impressed, like just from the casino floor with the table games and everything, with their lounge section in the middle.
Yeah, the access
with all the
lounge,
bars,
yeah.
you know, it's really nice. It's spacious.
Everything's like really nice, and sports betting has boomed in the Midwestern casinos. College football is huge in the Midwest, so you're talking about these huge big screens. You want to watch a Michigan game, you want to watch the Ohio State game, you're betting with your buddies, boom, you're sitting in the lounge watching it, right?
Okay.
You move down a little bit, you got this poker room, right?
Yeah.
It's well lit, it's beautiful, you even have a side separate room. I played 2-5 and then we played 5-10, no limit. They had PLO. For the most part, I would say like 99.9% of the like the staff and the floor that we met in the poker room was like really helpful. Chris in particular was really cool, was really helpful.
Yeah. Speaking of like sports though, man, like how sick was that Pistons Warriors game?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we were just looking for a game to go to, and then they happened to be playing that night.
They were playing against the Warriors, so we also kind of wanted to see Steph.
Yeah. And I was honestly a little bit disappointed that he didn't play.
And Draymond didn't play either.
Yeah, I know. No, but like it was such a close game because like when it was like the third quarter, they were behind like by 10 points. And like people started leaving, but like in the last quarter, they caught up. And it was like actually an insanely close game, you know?
Well, okay, so what happened was this. Throughout the whole game, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson's still injured, so the Warriors didn't have any of, I think only Wiggins and Jordan Poole was playing. And the whole time it was clear that they had a grasp on the game, right?
Yeah.
They're always winning by like 10 to 15. And then even by the end of the third quarter, I would say a fourth of the people left and went home, you know? And I remember I told Andy, I said, hey, you never know. All of a sudden they cut it down to 5.
They
cut it down to 4, cut it down to 3, and we're like, no f***ing way. Then they cut it down to 3. There's a few seconds left. They make the defensive stop, take the ball down the court. They take the last shot. Everyone's like, oh, they miss it. They get the rebound. They throw it. Then he shoots another one. It goes in and out, and the entire crowd goes nuts. And then they even had a last hope for like a last-ditch toss, but it was right at the buzzer. So oh my God, that was so nuts. And when you lose the game and everyone's walking out just happy they stayed, like the fans were everyone was really happy.
Oh man, I love the energy in that arena. We both thought that like this game was gonna be pretty empty, you know? Like when I got the seats, Paul was just like, just get whatever seats, like we'll just go to the front. It's gonna be empty, you know? We went in there and it was like
packed. It looked sold out.
It was crazy.
I will say this, you know, with the whole pandemic thing happening, and everyone being isolated, right? Being in the arena, when you're sitting down and you're just like looking around and there's 20, 30,000 people, it's such a surreal moment, but it really just made me appreciate everything. Cause like you're looking down at these young studs playing basketball, you know, putting it all out there. Then you're looking around, you got all these like really loyal fans, happy fans. And it was just like a beautiful moment where I was like, look at us humans, you know?
The longest time during the pandemic, I was like missing like just doing stuff like this, you know? Going to movies, the games and things like that. And I just really appreciate it more now, especially, you know?
Yeah. Here's what I'm thinking, right? What if we went to other places around the US like this?
Right.
How cool would it be to be like almost this documentary,
Right.
not documentary, but you know, this
I know.
follow along with us and we chat. What is it like at the Hard Rock in Tampa? Or like in Maryland or in Kentucky?
That's what I always wanted to do with the poker, is combine it with traveling. And part of what makes poker a grind is it's a mental state too, when you're actually just stuck in a grind and you're missing out on all the other things you can do in life, you know, like seeing new places, experiencing new things, meeting new people, right? Trying new foods, learning about new cultures. And I think it's such a cool, unique opportunity that poker allows us to do that. That's what always drawn me into poker is,
right.
You know, and what a cool way to just like document that and just share that with people too, you know?
Right.
And yeah, so for sure.
You know, we should have some like really cool handshake to like end it, you know? You know, maybe we should come up with a, like LeBron James.
Come on, man, we're too old for that shit, dude. Come on.
No? Okay, sorry. My finger got.
No, but we should probably talk about like some of the poker hands, some of those interesting hands that you want to talk about, right?
The poker vlog? Are you ready?